Hello there. You're here early. Welcome, welcome. As far as SoCal, well, I mean, same old, no wildfires. It is getting hot now. Today, where I am, it reached 80 degrees. So it's getting nice and sunny, which is great, which tells me that the retreat that I will be conducting, or me and a couple of friends who are on the committee for this retreat, which I think I told you about as well, Taco, it's going to be nice and sunny because the past 2 years, it was really cold during April, but it's already getting hot. And I live nearby where the retreat center is, where we're going to have the retreat. So I'm happy to see the weather because that means it's going to be nice and hot, nice and sunny when we have the retreat, which is going to be great. Not all freezing cold like the other 2 years. 29 degrees. Holy cow, I can only imagine. Yes, the pagan retreat from April 11th to April 13th. March will be spring break here at the Gulf. Okay. Do we have swimming there? Oh, like a swimming pool? Yeah, there's a swimming pool. And of course, at the retreat center, they're going to make food at the place. But if you don't want to eat there, there's tons and tons of like food around. I think only 6 miles away, you have the mall. Well, you know this area. Um, so, it's actually like about 7 miles away from the Hemet Mall. So, if you would rather eat there, there's a Red Robin, there's Dutch Bros, there's everything if you don't want to eat at the retreat center. And they're totally cool with people coming in and out, of course, local hot springs. I don't think I've ever been to local hot springs. I've been to desert hot springs. If that's what you mean? Then yes, I've been there. Not that much. Very few times. Should spend a lot more time there, especially during the summer. But if you are interested, you should definitely come. Bring the wifey. Bring the dog. Pets, it is pet friendly, so people bring their dogs, people bring their cats, people bring their children. It is going to be 420 friendly. So all good. We all do that stuff too. I'm going to be teaching a yoga class as well at the retreat. Oh, you were at the Coachella area? I don't think I've ever visited the city of Coachella, but I am thinking about possibly doing that this year, possibly around the fall, though. We will see. Let me grab my laptop charger. This is already giving me the little warning sign. So let me go ahead and grab this laptop charger. I guess I forgot to do that. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so from 2018 all the way from 2023, you were here every year. And what made you stop, huh? What made you stop all of a sudden? I moved to this area in 2020, but I'm originally from LA. Palm Springs and South and Temecula, San Diego. They're great places. They are really great places. Did you visit any of the wineries? Being stuck out in Florida for medical reasons. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was just like, I thought he said he hated Florida and he's still in Florida. I just did a lot of hiking and camping and some partying. Okay. Still haven't partied here just yet. Still need to make some friends in the area. That's cool. So then 2024, I'm guessing 2025, you just had to stay over there, couldn't come to your Coachella. Oh, nice. That sounds like fun though. That sounds like fun, like not taking like so seriously, just kind of just traveling. I do want to visit New Orleans. I've been thinking about doing that during the fall, but I'm just worried that's going to be one of those like overrated places or it's going to be like too packed. So I'm thinking about it. Or what places do you recommend for like the fall or during Halloween time? And why not? What's wrong with New Orleans? All Southerners know that place is horrible. It smells everywhere. It's dirty. It's dangerous. It's just horrible weather. I think the energy is dark there and through Mississippi. I've been there multiple times. Maybe in pre-Hurricane Katrina it was cool at Mardi Gras, but it's changed. For fall, I'd recommend Appalachia, like Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay. All right. I heard it's kind of haunted though. What is there cool to do in the Blue Ridge Mountains during the fall or during Halloween time? Because, you know, whether that's like pumpkin patches or like, you know, theme parks doing something cool or something. Okay, it's perfect for everything. Okay, still warm enough to swim in the lakes. Okay, perfect. Okay, the Brown Mountain Lights, Google it. Okay, I will. Okay. Pumpkin patches, apple orchards, beautiful mountains. Yeah, I like pumpkin patches. I love taking pictures at pumpkin patches. They're so cute. And if they have beautiful ones, even better. All right, let's check that out. Western North Carolina during the fall. Yeah, I like it when things look like nice and fall colors, the browns, the oranges, the auburn colors. So if the trees look like that, then I'm definitely going. Pretty. Yes. Look at that. Ooh, that's cute. Gorgeous. Floribama? What do you guys do at Floribama? Or what is that? Is that a city? Is that an event? I've been literally everywhere, almost I can tell you from experience. Okay, perfect. Well, that's what I'm asking, you know? That's what I'm asking. Asheville, North Carolina. It's great for Halloween, haunted tours and castles. Okay, I would love to see that. Biltmore Mansion in autumn. Okay, I'm gonna have to write all these down. Hi, Caprice. Thank you so much for coming in. I lived there for 4 years in Asheville, North Carolina. You lived there for 4 years? Oh, at the Floribama shore. Okay, perfect. Okay. Destin, Florida. Okay. All right, let's see. Thank you so much, Caprice. I'll be with you in a second. You have to do a reading for Taco first, too. Just got in the middle of some chat here. Let me see. Let me check out Destin, Florida. Pretty. Beach. I hate the sun, so I try to avoid the sun. I'm like a vampire. Okay, so Asheville, North Carolina. I'm horrible to like do summer trips with, believe me. Like, you do not want to go on a summer trip with me, because if you're the type of person that wants to go to the Bahamas or something, I will be complaining the entire time of how much sun there is. Okay, so beautiful. Asheville is gorgeous. The Emerald Coast, I bet. So first question, you wanted to know, you rewrote the email as per the previous tarot reading. Yes, I remember we discussed that. How is the new draft? YouTube Brown Mountain Lights. It's a 100 years old paranormal phenomenon that only happens in October near Halloween. Okay, I will check that out in just a second. All right, so let's see. Let's see if the new draft will be good to send out. So as far as the new draft, in the bottom of the deck as the overall theme, you do have the Queen of Swords, and then one card flew out, and that was the Eight of Wands. We have right here Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, Seven of Coins, the Fool in reverse, and the Devil. Yeah. Okay, so I double checked. Cards are telling me, let's rewrite it. Yeah, we're going to have to rewrite it. Seems like this draft that's not satisfying. Let me see why. But it is telling me that once you get the draft that is needed, you get the cooperation and the things that you want. Okay, Okay, so why? What can be better? Having a positive, I guess, innuendo in the email, not to a point where it sounds like either fake, because I have the Six of Wands in reverse, and it kind of just, when we think about the Six of Wands, when it's upright, it's talking about success, right? It's talking about celebration through success, right? But when it's in reverse, to me, it's still talking about success, but it was hard to get there. There was a lot of obstacles to get there. And with the Moon card, look, I don't know what was said or what is being said, but there's something here about giving off this feeling of like things have been tough, but it isn't the end of the world kind of deal. Kind of giving off, I don't know what was said, but if this is a thing where you talk about your relationship with him in this email, then it's basically kind of giving off the impression or mentioning something along the lines of like, yeah, it's been tough, but that doesn't mean that things can't be successful or things can't be good or that it's the end of the world, you know? I'm going to see some oracle cards here. Dream, follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. I think this is about trust. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of confusion in this email. There's a lot of confusion in this whole situation. Yeah, I stated more positive and more sentimental. Yeah. But I think it's almost like giving off the impression that, yes, giving up the positive vibes, the sentimental vibes, but also like mentioning like, yeah, things have been tough between us in the past, but you know, like that's behind us, and you know, like that doesn't mean it's the end of the world with the Six of Wands in reverse. And you know, there's still always the present and the future to make the best of, you know, because that's the Six of Wands. And I asked the cards if there's anything else, and they're really saying no. I think it's just giving off, yeah, the sentimental vibes, but I think also either giving off the impression or saying something along the lines like, yeah, it's been tough between us, but doesn't mean it's the end of the world, or it doesn't mean that, you know, we can't ever start over today, tomorrow, anytime, or something like that, because that's the Six of Wands. It's success through something, right? And since this is about a relationship between you and your father, kind of giving off the vibe of like, yeah, it's been tough between us, because hence that is the Six of Wands in reverse, success, but there was obstacles, there was lots of delays, there was problems to achieve that success, or there will be problems, you know. So it's about mentioning how things have been so tough between the two of you, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world kind of deal, if you know what I mean. Or if you want to just really be cheesy about it on your email, since, you know, we all know, or we both know here, that there's an agenda with this email. You have an agenda here. I would be like super cheesy about it. Be like, you know, at the end of the day, we're family, you know, right? Okay, let's see. The cards told me no, and it doesn't need to be shorter. Would it be better if it was shorter? No, not necessarily. No, whether it's longer or shorter, that would be irrelevant. Any other questions, Taco? Do you have another question for me, Max? And this is hypothetically speaking after you redraft it, right? Well, I do see either like a return, or this is a thing where he kind of put distance or something. Like I see like, like him coming back around or something like that. I mean, it's definitely, I feel like when you rewrite it once again and you send it tomorrow, it is telling me right here that, yeah, it's going to be impulsive, but you're going to rewrite it from what I see. And then it's kind of, I see you just being impulsive and like sending it. And I'm just seeing right here, like you might even, I get 2 cards of return. So let me see if that means that you'll just get a reply right away. Is that what it means? Or this could mean that if this is a thing where your dad hasn't gone, in a hiatus just yet, then maybe he will go MIA and then come back. But I mean, the cards are telling me, I mean, it's going to be good. I would give him about like a week, 8 days to reply. Max, a month to reply to that email. which I know you don't want to wait that long, but I see something like around 8 days where you will see a response. And I think it will be a response via email, or if this is through text message, it could be through text message. Usually with the Eight of Wands, this isn't like direct communication. Sometimes it is over the phone, but not all the time. It's usually through letters or cards or text messages, emails, little notes and stuff. And that's basically it. Any other questions for me, Max? I do think for the most part, it is going to go in your favor, whatever you have planned for March with the Nine of Cups in reverse. I do think that for the most part, it will go in your favor. It is just telling me right here that we just need to follow our intuition a little bit more. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. It's just wanting to follow your intuition a little bit more. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with your approach, wanting to use your intuition for your approach to certain things, certain conversations, certain things to say, having, the intuition for that. Or that's going to be something that you would want in March. But I do feel like with the Nine of Cups in reverse, for the most part, you will get what you want here. You got the Magician with the Six of Pentacles, so that talks about cooperation and, the cards, telling you that you are entitled to feel abundant during this time, because you will be. So feel free to be comfortable and prideful with that. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your next question. Capricia, I'll be with you in just a second. Well, let me ask, why were you thinking about only giving it 8 days? I want to understand your reasoning for that. What is there a specific reason, or you just picked that number of days randomly? Why? I see. Okay. Okay. So it's not random. There's a reason for it. Any final advice for tomorrow to guarantee? Well, you know what? For final advice, I'm going to use the Mermaid, the Sea Melodies by Jessica Lee. Strength. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. I'm going to pull 5 of them. Breathe. Break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. Move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. Oops. So, before I continue, I wanted to talk about these 3 cards. So for breathe, the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, was breathing exercises. You can definitely do some yoga breathing exercises. That's what I recommend. But if you have something that you like, you can work on those. Breathing exercises work great. That's what I saw. And I feel like that's really tied in with strength, but when aren't spreads with cards that are not ever tied together. But I feel like these 2 are tied together in this sense because it's almost like it's saying that in order to gain the strength, and I feel like strength, hence the intuition, breathing exercises. We did talk about clarity and seeking clarity yesterday. Move, I kind of just saw that more as like working on your intuition, working on your meditation. Jose Silva, being more proactive on the meditation. Self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water, so yes, self-care. I kind of, for some reason, when I saw this card, the first thing that came to my mind was the Hermit card from the tarot. So again, this is a time of introspection. This is a time of meditation. This is a time where we might be a little bit of a yogi monk. Okay. Patience. The time will come when it's ready. Sorry, the tide, not time. The tide will come when it's ready. Awesome. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. Things will happen when it happens. You've been on that vibe lately, on that spiritual vibe. So if you've been already doing that, which I assumed you were already anyway, it's about continuing to do that. Continue to stay on that plane, on that frequency of introspection, reading a lot about Jose Silva, reading a lot about Carl Jung, reading a lot, and just kind of getting into, Bhakti Yoga. I was talking to a client yesterday, I forgot who, about Bhakti Yoga yesterday, regarding their spiritual journey, that's basically your guidelines for your spiritual journey. You just read it on Bhakti Yoga. Right? Exactly. The hermit, right? You just become that yogi monk, that yogi guru, go check up and see if you can see Sadhguru one of these days. I don't know. Any other questions for me, Taco? One second, guys. I will be right back once again. I need to go and do something really quick. All right. Max, do you have any other questions for me tonight? I think we answered that question the other day. I think we said June. Right? The one for Latin America. All right, so we'll just double check because I mean, if I remember correctly, it was June, but now I'm like confused now. Now I don't even know. I don't trust myself and my memory now. So let's go ahead and see if it's May or June. Okay, I got a no for May. Let's see for June. Let's see for June 2025. Did we see you going to your trip? Yes. So yes, I do think it's going to be in June. And I do think it's going to be something that you're going to contemplate on. You're going to be like, should I go? In the month of June. So let's see if it's going to be before the full moon. No, I think it's going to be after. Well, it makes sense because the cards did say that you were going to contemplate it. So, or you were going to, go back and forth. Should I not? Okay, so let's go ahead and see how the trip will go. I feel like at first you're going to be thinking about trying to make it the most inexpensive trip you can. I think you're going to try to be smart with your money. And at the same time, the cards are telling me right here, though, you're also going to be, you're going to try to focus on your healing. Again, like I see you focus on your healing. I don't know if this is going to be a thing where you leave to your trip after something tumultuous happens, because it is telling me right here that you will party, you will have fun. I do think you're going to meet friends. I think you're going to meet friends, though. You're going to have fun. Again, I'm seeing this thing about wanting to follow your intuition, having a good intuition for the things that you want to accomplish. And when we see, because, okay, now, for instance, like one of the people who is really famous, who is a very famous Silva instructor, he is actually the owner of Mind Valley. The owner of Mind Valley, I'm sure everyone here knows Mind Valley, right? That app that costs like $400 a year, I think. And you get tons of programs from Reiki to nutrition to Jose Silva, everything you can think of. Yes, I saw your payment. Thank you so much, Taco. And honestly, like the feeling that I got with this was, it kind of just reminded me of like, and I forget his name. I think his name is Vishen, something like that, Vishen. And it just reminded me of like something that he mentioned about how sometimes we can want to use oh no, I'm not like sponsoring or recommending, I'm just talking about the owner of Mind Valley, because I remember watching a presentation of his one time. I just know of him because, again, Jose Silva. I think otherwise I don't think I would have known about him, but other than him being the owner of the Mind Valley app, which is super famous, and he is, I think, a fucking millionaire now because of the program. On the side, he is a Silva instructor, and I remember watching a presentation, and he was talking about how, yeah, in general, it would bring you intuition, it would make you psychic and everything, but sometimes people want to use it to have an intuition, that knack for something, right? Sometimes people want to, especially for instance in sales, like he was giving off like an example, because he used to use Jose Silva when he used to do sales for something, I believe. And he mentioned about how he just wanted to use Jose Silva to know the right thing to say at that time, every single time, to sell what he needed to sell, to make the quota, to get his commission, right? So he started using the Silva method for that, right? So sometimes it can be using the Silva method, and for some reason that kind of was something that I was triggered when I saw right here the High Priestess in reverse, and also the Six of Swords. So sometimes we can use Jose Silva's method to have to build a certain kind of intuition too, as well, if you want to. Like for instance, like how he did, to be able to know what the right thing to say is at that very moment in time to make his sales, right? And I just feel like with these cards, they're saying that along with, you know, working on meditation, because there is this need of wanting to build that intuition, and this idea that you feel like you're not where you want to be as far as your intuition goes. You're not where you want to be. You feel like you could be more intuitive. You feel like you could be more, or that you're just not at a level that you want to be at. You feel like you could be a lot further in your intuition and your spirituality and your spiritual journey. And I feel like that's something that you think about regularly, and that's something you're going to think about a lot when in the beginning of your trip, about how you are not far enough in your journey, or that you're not psychic enough or intuitive enough. And that's just a thought that I see, whether that's right now and also later on, or just later on, whenever this beginning of the trip starts. But along with that, I do see you making friends. I do see you partying, and it's definitely going to be spontaneous with the Fountain and the Three of Cups. For some reason, I also see a lot of alone time, and I also see you now I know I'm saying out of the loop. I think I've heard of it. Anytime I do ayahuasca, my third eye rips wider open. Yes, I'll be doing that in July. Okay, that could be why I see, having fun. You might make some friends there. But yes, I also see a lot of downtime. And what I mean by downtime, I just see a lot of time of just not doing anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be times where you just stay in, just really not do anything. I wouldn't be surprised if there will be times where you're just like laying down in bed, staring at the ceiling. Like that's just kind of what I saw, just kind of like just not doing anything. Maybe just listening to a podcast, right? Like being on a hammock, drinking some coconut, right? I know. Yeah, exactly. Like I just see, like, for some reason, I just got that feeling like of just resting. And that's so funny that you mentioned about being on a hammock or something, right? Because it's exactly what I felt. Just literally spending time in nothingness and stillness and not doing anything. Like if like, but I do see you making friends. I do see you making new friends. I do see you partying. And yes, I do think that is apart from the ayahuasca retreat. So again, like I do see you making friends and going to a party at least. Other than this ayahuasca retreat. Yeah, tranquilidad. Pura tranquilidad. All right. Any other questions for me, Taco? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your next question. Now that is the question of the year. Let's go ahead and see. You're going to be buying a condo on this trip. All right, so one card flew out while I was shuffling, and that was the Knight of Swords in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Swords in reverse. Then we have Knight of Wands in reverse, 7 of Coins, 4 of Wands, 4 of Coins, the Fountain in reverse, and Seven of Swords. I think it's a definite yes. I think you will. As a matter of fact, there's going to be quite a few options. Quite a few options. I think you might be tempted to buy more than one. You won't, but the idea might cross your mind when you're over there. I see you having quite a few options to choose from. I see you liking quite a few options, and you kind of just being like, I like these projects. I feel like a lot of projects, a lot of houses are gonna be projects. That's so funny that I was calling them projects. So I feel like a lot of the options, or basically all of the options, I feel like there's gonna be renovations involved, or some improvements that you would want to do, regardless of which option you take. So regardless of which option you decide to stay with, I see renovations. I see improvements. But I'm also seeing that there might be a moment where you might consider buying more than one in this trip whenever you're there. But then I feel like ultimately you're probably just going to stay with one. And I'll be improving it, making it more custom, etc., and fancy for a higher Airbnb rate. Of course. You got to pay, what it's worth, right? Any other questions for me, Taco? What events will Saturn in my 12th house bring in 2035? Will it be anywhere near as bad as last time? Why do you got to worry about that now? That's like 10 years from now. Why are we worried? Was it really that bad that you're like dreading 10 years from now? If your last Saturn in 12th house was bad, then I would be grateful right now that I still have 10 more years till the next one. But let's go ahead and see first if it's going to be bad, how bad, and some advice. If it's health, I need to take precautions now. LOL. Okay, I see. Anytime it's been in the 12th house, I'm either in jail or in the hospital or both during that time. Ooh, that is so scary. If it's heart problems, I'm gonna be a health addict for the next 10 years. I see what you mean. If it's the health, I really need to take precautions now. All right. So let's go ahead and see if it's gonna be bad. It's like that one reading where I asked if that person I might meet would be athletic, and I said I didn't care if they were skinny, just as long as they're healthy. I don't like skinny, LOL. Ha. I usually go for thicker, curvy, or athletic. Okay, so right here we have 6 of Cups in reverse. Then we have Knight of Coins, Temperance in reverse. The High Priestess, King of Cups in reverse, 8 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Cups in reverse. No, I don't think it's going to be a bad year. If anything, I think it's going to be a bad year I mean, I think it's going to be a time, when Saturn goes into your 12th house. I think this is more going to be a time of receiving closure in situations, in relationships. Yeah, I see more. I got Temperance in reverse. I see this more as a time where if there was karmic relationships, and this could even be things where people from the past too. I even got as well, people from your childhood could even come up as well sometimes when this card comes up, and then all of a sudden we just have like just a lot of unfinished business. And this doesn't mean necessarily that people are going to stay in your life, but this could be just receiving closure, giving people closure, or even just you yourself as far as through your own meditation, hence the High Priestess right next to the Temperance card in reverse. This could be ourselves giving ourselves that closure through our intuition. We finally answer all those unanswered questions from our past, from our childhood. Why did certain things happen to us? That's what I see. As far as anything else, yes, I do see that. Yes, I do see people again coming back, but that doesn't mean that they're going to stick around. Yeah, I don't think that these are people that are going to stay. I really do feel like, I see a thing where people are going to come back into your life. I see a thing of like giving and receiving closure, people returning, but I don't see people staying. Okay. No, and the cards told me it wasn't going to be bad. It was going to be an intuitive time to, apart from you giving yourself a lot of this closure, receiving a lot of this closure through your meditations, through your chantings, through your just through a lot of this time alone in silence and stillness, I also do see people returning and you giving and receiving closure. No worries. Capricia, are you still here? Whenever you're ready. Next question. But yes, to reiterate what we just talked about, I don't think it's going to be intense. I mean, it's just going to be people coming back and closure and, and talking about things and about how things panned out in the past and that kind of stuff. And I see that even happening with current people in your current life at that time in 2035, and people from your past. And also part of that would be also you giving yourself that closure for certain situations too. All right, so what was the message and true nature of the green translucent UFO or being that we saw over the trees in Peru back in 2016? So the way I worded the reading here was there any significance to you seeing this UFO? Like, was there like a universal message for you to see this, or was this more of a thing where just right place at the right time? And I got more, it's like a little bit of both. I think it was kind of like being at right place at the right time, but I feel like at the same time with the Hermit card and the Page of Wands, I think this is a message kind of just to show you that there's a lot of unexplainable things out there in the world. It was kind of just proof to yourself, kind of just a reminder that there's more out there in the world than people tend to give credit for, and it's about trusting yourself. I think and seeing the Page of Cups right here fly out kind of just gave me that like childlike feeling, almost like like dragons do exist and fairies and blah blah blah. That was kind of like the feeling that I got, but like UFO style, like with that Page of Cups, because Page of Cups is kind of like that dream-like energy, and so it's almost like it's saying like just that this is about trusting and believing that there's more out there, a lot of unexplainable things. And I think that it's probably maybe at that time it was more of a reminder of that, and I feel like that was mainly the reason. But it was more of a reminder than anything. UFOs have saved your life? Wow. Oh, do they? Have you ever seen an alien? I don't think I've ever seen a UFO. That one was the closest, and it was in Peru. That's correct. Any other questions for me? I won't say in the chat, but I've seen UFO many times. Okay. I'm sure it would be an interesting experience to see one. I don't think I would be able to handle it. I mean, the moment I saw a ghost, or the times that I have seen a ghost, I did not react very well, and I think that's another reason why I think I don't allow myself to see them anymore. It's because I freak out so much. I need to get used to not freaking out. I think it's because I'm a recovering Catholic here, so I freak out with ghosts a little bit. So when I shouldn't, it's that PTSD. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, like I will know that there are like the times that I have been confronted with ghosts and stuff like that, or like I can tell that they're people that have passed on and that they're not dangerous, and I'll still be scared, like still be scared. oh no, they're completely harmless, and they're just someone's relative that passed on, and I'll still be scared and shit. I need to just relax. And I think that kind of caused me to like not see them and still not be able to see them. Exactly, I know. But for some reason, I still get scared. It is. It freaks me out. I think we answered that question. I think it was just the house, but let me go ahead and double check if there will be money or just the house. All right, so one card that flew out while I was picking out your 6 cards was the Knight of Coins. In the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. And then for your spread, we have Queen of Swords in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 5 of Coins in reverse, the Moon reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and the 4 of Wands reversed. No, I got no money. No money. No money. It was a definite no. Any other questions? Well, I was going to do a whole ass spread, but I don't think I need to right now. While I was shuffling, the Nine of Cups literally just flew and hit me in the chest. Nine of Cups is the yes card, so I would say definite yes. I think that plan about meeting in Aruba for your 3-week honeymoon, yeah, I think it's going to work out. And I do think that her dad will definitely watch the dogs for sure. I mean, I don't think it's going to be necessary to give the dad or her dad money. I don't know if you guys thought about giving him money for dog sitting, but if you weren't, like, that's fine. I think he would have still done it. But I kind of just see a thing where, like, if there was money involved, he'd be a lot happier. Well, I did call to see if Caprice was still here. Caprice, are you still here? But I think she fell asleep on us. Other than Caprice, we have nobody else, unfortunately. But yes, if you want to go ahead and submit another donation. But from what I'm seeing here, I got 9 of Cups. Oh, you are here. Okay, perfect. Caprice, I called you earlier. Okay, now I see 3. All right, so hey, don't worry about it. Other than Caprice and you, I mean, there's nobody else here. It's all right. So you guys can both hug me. But yeah, like from what I saw right here, definitely from what I saw is, and right when this card flew out too, I was kind of just imagining like her dad just coming in, taking care of the pets, like, and I see him enjoying himself too. I think her dad is like a dog lover or likes animals, and would enjoy the company anyway. That's kind of what I saw. But with money involved, it was kind of like, to the 10th degree there. That's kind of the feeling that I got. Right when I was thinking that, like, 9 of Cups flew out. So, yes. He loves it here and he has 7 dogs. Okay, so he's definitely a dog lover. He's got like 7 dogs. Yeah, for sure. So yes, that's kind of what I got. Like, yeah, like if you guys weren't originally thinking about, offering money to dog sit, I think you would have done it anyway. That's what I saw right here. If you were just going to ask for a favor. But I just saw that, like, if there was money involved, he'd be grateful. And not only that, I think he'd enjoy his experience taking care of your pets a lot more. That's just what I saw. You are offering money. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Okay. Any other questions, Taco? Yeah, that's what I saw too. Like, that's what I saw. Like, like you would have done it anyway, but like if that wasn't the case, but with money, I think he'd be very grateful for it. All right, 1 second, Taco. Then I'll finish up with Caprice really quick, and then we'll come back to you. So, Caprice, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your question. Hi, Caprice. Can't believe you're still awake. It's distracting, isn't it, right? Besides distracting, I'm sure it's addicting. Tarot addiction is a thing, you know. Taco, do you like to lay in bed? I get the feeling that you like to lay in bed. It's fun and rewarding, like gaming. Really? I never saw it like that. Really? I never saw it like that. All right. Is my employee friend Maya Leo? I got into it with her for giving out freebies to customers. Ooh. Is my employee? Is she going to tell my business I'm active outdoors? Okay. I don't understand. Is she going to tell my business I'm active outdoors usually? Oh, sorry. 1 second, Taco. I'll be with you in a second. Caprice, I don't understand your question. Like, do you want to know if she will? I'm guessing you shared personal information with your ex-friend Maya Leo, who is also an employee, and you want to know if she will keep those things that you've shared with her to herself, or if she's going to talk about or share these things with other people. Is that your question? You're talking to a Leo, though. All right, so we have the Emperor in reverse as a card that just randomly flew out. In the bottom of the deck, as the overall theme, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. No, sorry, the Hanged Man is upright. Okay, so we have the Sun, King of Cups, Six of Cups, the Devil in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, and Justice in reverse. Okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah, she is. Unfortunately, yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. The cards are telling me you might want to reconsider possibly being friends with her again. I think she will grow a lot from this experience. I think it would also help with you keeping things to, or her keeping things to herself. Like, I see her growing. I see her growing from you, learning from you. And if you allow her to learn from you, the cards are telling me right here that, and you allow her to grow, you guys can be friends for many years. You would just have to allow her to grow. You would have to allow her to make these mistakes and see why she's wrong and why she can't just be selfish. You're dealing with a Leo. You have to see it that way. You're dealing with a Leo. But again, as a reward, if you do choose to want to be a friend with her again, I mean, not only do you allow her to grow, but as a reward, you will get a really good friend. You would get a really good friend out of that. You would get a mature friend out of that. And you guys would be friends for many, many years. And another reward I see from that is that she will keep your secrets away. She will keep your secrets away. And yes, I am a Scorpio sun. I am a Scorpio sun. Yes. We were supposed to meet up with a coworker tomorrow. Wanted to know, will that go? You want to know if that will happen? Like if that will happen where you guys are gonna meet? She said she is going because of the other coworker. Okay, so you just basically want to know, how will that go? Okay, so you know that the people that are going are going. You just want to know, how will that go? Sorry, I read that wrong. All right. Well, there will not be drama. There will not be drama. I don't see anything getting resolved or people getting to the bottom of things during this outing, this meetup. But I don't see any drama. No, no. Do any feelings of awkwardness on your end? No. On other people's ends? No, no. But I do see people acting a bit immaturely, but nothing where it strikes a fight or an argument or any drama. But I do see people acting awkward, not on your end, but on other people. And no feelings of awkwardness on either end. Will it be a successful night? Well, I mean, other than the fact that I don't see that you guys get into the bottom of things. But even then, the cards are telling me, even if you did try to reconcile or to make things better, you wouldn't even get the cooperation you needed during this time. It's too soon. It's too fresh. So it's about just enjoying it and just leaving it as is. Because even if you did put your part, the cards are telling me you wouldn't even get the cooperation you needed to fulfill that part that the cards want you to fulfill, that the universe would want you to fulfill, if you do decide to take that route. But even then, I don't even see cooperation from her end. Too soon, too fresh. All right. Thank you so much for the other donation. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your next question. Well, he's going to be thinking that you're going to want to leave. He's going to be thinking that you're probably going to leave, or that you're planning to find another job somewhere else. He's going to be thinking that that's your motive. That's why you want to go. And I don't think he wants to let you go, but he really gets the feeling that you're going to want to leave, that you're going to want to do something else. But I don't think it's because he thinks that, I don't get him. I don't see him getting the impression that it's because it's his fault. He gets the impression that you're gonna leave because maybe you're gonna do something that you're more passionate about, or maybe you just, I just see him thinking that way, like, oh, like, it's sad to see, one of my favorite employees leaving, but she's probably gonna dedicate herself into something creative, something that will suit her best, or something that she could be more passionate about. Like, I see him thinking this way. Like, I see him being like, oh dear, like, that sucks. So yeah, whenever you do decide to tell him that you're going to work less, I just see him getting that impression. As far as like not covering up for other people anymore as much, well, I do think he's going to be upset about that. As a matter of fact, I think he might be a little unfair sometimes, or he might be like a little like mean, like with his words. Don't be surprised if he gets like a little passive aggressive with his words. He might get a little mean, but other than that, no. And your next question for me, Caprice? You can ask as many questions as you want. No, him being cold and mean towards you, but not to a point where it's like illegal, like, I just see him doing it where it's like he might just like seem like just mean, like just a dick, just like cold and a little abrasive, And what is your next question for me, Caprice? All right, so Caprice, we have the Fool in reverse, and we have in the one card that flew out. One card that flew out. We have Knight of Swords, and we have right here Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins, Justice in reverse, the Hierophant, Knight of Coins in reverse, and Three of Swords. I got a yes. Because he knows that this is the right thing to do. And even if you do see hesitation, which I think you might in the beginning, I feel like you're going to have to find a way, which, I mean, you're a Libra. I'm sure you could find a good way of, letting him know in a nice way, in a professional way, that this is the right thing to do. This is the path, and Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins, not only do we see success for the business, but happy people. I see happiness. And with the Knight of Swords, like, I even see him losing his patience too. I see him eventually losing his patience too with certain employees. So don't be surprised about that, okay? He's even going to notice certain things, okay? Any other questions for me? Well, at least that's good. I'm happy to hear that. And I do see that he will support you in firing and replacing these people with other employees. I do even see that this will result in better success with the Ten of Coins for the business. Ten of Cups, I kind of just saw that as happiness and contentment with the employees, getting along and, having like a healthy, psychologically healthy workplace, less toxicity in the workplace, so that's kind of what I saw. That's awesome. Any other questions for me, Caprice? I do see you meeting someone this year. As a matter of fact, I see you meeting two. I don't see a relationship for you in 2025. I think you're going to end the year still being single, but I see you kind of tater-tottering between two different individuals, and I do see you very busy during this time. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, very busy with finances, and also tater-tottering with two men, but at the same time, also having right here Nine of Pentacles. You're still going to end the year single, and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. At the same time, you're going to still be wondering, well, are you ever going to meet that person? I think there are going to be times where you're going to freak out a little bit about it in 2025. I do see you feeling that way. I bet you do. I'm going to go ahead and see, when do we see commitment for you? When do we see commitment for you, Caprice? Well, you said you do like being single, so maybe this isn't a bad thing. I do see real commitment for you, and this is going to be with someone that you do have a karmic connection. A past life connection. I don't think it's going to be with anybody from your past, but I do think it's going to be a past life connection. I do think it's going to be with a Leo person, and again, this is a past life connection. This is someone you knew in a previous life. So you do have a soul contract with this person, but I don't see a relationship for you or a commitment for you for the next 6 years. Okay? What is that, 2031? I can take time to get me together too. Okay, well, at least that's a good thing. Okay? Any other questions for me, Caprice? Okay, so I'm going to see if he's going to be asked to pay a fine. I got 10 of Wands that flew out, and that talks about burden. But because it's upright, I do think he is going, whatever they ask him to do, whatever consequences there are, whatever he needs to do, he will comply. Okay, so if you're worried about that, I do think he will comply. Okay, they offered a year in jail. Okay, so let's see. Okay, wait, I don't understand. So they offered a year in jail, a 2-for-1, which basically he does 6 months. I don't understand. What is this 2-for-1 thing? I don't understand. Can you clarify a little bit better, Caprice? Okay, so you basically want to know if he's going to serve a whole year or if he's going to serve 6 months. Is that what you're asking? Well, I do think it's going to be right away for sure. Will it be? I do think it's going to be right away for sure. It is jail time, and I do see that it's going to be right away for sure. I think you've never been in jail. I've never been to jail either, so that makes two of us here. So I learned terminology through them. Okay, so all right, so basically let's go ahead and see if we see 6 months. If he ends up, regardless of the outcome, let's see, will he end up serving 6 months in jail? Yes, I do think so. I do think so. So yeah, I do think he's going to go to jail. It's going to be pretty immediate, and it's going to be 6 months. He'll comply. And like I said with that 10 of Wands earlier, like when with that reading that we saw, with the card that we saw earlier with the 10 of Wands, he was going to do whatever needed to be necessary to get things done, just to get it all over with. Any other questions for me, Caprice? I'm sorry that your father has to go to jail. I would be very worried. Right. I would probably visit every day. What sign is your father? What is his sun sign? Almost 70. My father is 67. So yeah, close to 70 as well. He's a Libra? Okay, so let's see. Well, I'm not going to ask that per se. I'm going to ask, will he make it better? Will he get more DUI? Will he continue to get DUIs after this jail time? Like, will he learn his lesson, or will he still get DUIs after this? Okay, so that's what I'm going to ask, because I mean, I don't think jail really makes anybody a better person, really. So I'm just going to ask for you, if after this jail time, would he continue to get DUIs, or will he never get DUIs ever again? Okay. After jail, he gave me a speech that he was going to change his life. Okay, so let's see. Will he continue to get more DUIs? Do we see him getting more DUIs in the future? No. So I see that he's not going to lie about that. I do see that he is going to be more open with you. I do see that he is going to be more vulnerable with you. I think he's going to let you in more. But I also see your dad also spending a lot of time, like, kind of going like MIA. He might go on a hiatus. I do see that happening. Going almost like on a hiatus. Okay? So don't be surprised if you see him kind of becoming a bit of a hermit. All right? So, Caprice, do you have any other questions for me tonight? So, yeah, as far as like getting any more DUIs after this, no. I don't see any more DUIs. All right, Caprice, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget to like the live stream. And of course, I will be here tomorrow. Thank you. You can stop overthinking, right? Right? Taco, are you still here? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your next questions. You're funny. Yes, I do see a property or a house from grandma. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I got a yes. My old man wrote up a will and testament for me, so I know for sure from him. Just never expected anything from her. But of course she was going to leave you something. I think she loves you so much. All right, so is the house, let me see. I think it's going to be greater. I think it's going to be greater. And I'm asking from the time that you own it, from the time that you find out that, you know, about this place and it becomes yours and everything, yeah, it's going to be greater than 350K for sure. You've been too busy or sleeping. You are so funny. I think it's going to be greater. I think it might even have a little bit of property. It might have, like, you know, land with it. So don't think it's going to be like just a little bit of yard or anything like that. Like, I think it's going to have quite a bit of land. Yes, I saw that you were going to end up selling it, yes. I don't see a lot of cooperation with trying to get it in 2025, or at least the majority of it in 2025. But as far as 2026, you're really going to have to be very proactive in trying to get it, or at least that majority. It's going to be a burden. It's going to be a burden. But I do see a bigger chance in 2026 than 2025. I feel like 2025 is really going to be a no-go. Any other questions for me, Max? Yeah, to be honest with you, like the cards even said that there could even be a possibility that you might not even get the majority of it in 2026, to be honest with you. It would be, you would have to really be proactive with it. It would be pretty hard. It would be almost a miracle if you did. I mean, it's not saying no entirely, but it would be almost like a miracle to make it happen. And it would be a burden. But 2025, I don't see any cooperation from that. But let's see. Do we see it happening in 2025? (2026) I think 2027 is when I see it most likely happening. 2027 is when I see it most likely happening. And then as far as the next question, do we see full inheritance by 2028? Okay. What did you want to ask instead? Do you guys already have your long-term visas, or are you guys still in the process of that? Okay. Well, I do think you will be able to obtain it by this year, but for some reason, I still see some delays for her. But I do see that she will be able to obtain her long-term visa in 2026. You in 2025, you'll be able to complete it, but for her in 2026. Okay, as far as, like, moving over there, moving over there with the dogs completely in the long run, do we see that so let's see if you guys finally will be moving in by 2025, 2026. Yeah, 2026. Yes, 2026. Uh-huh. 2026. I see delays in her getting hers, but yes, 2026 for sure. the cards are literally telling you right here that there's nothing here for you to worry about. I feel like in 2027, the year in general is going to be a very smooth year. And as far as you getting your inheritance, it's going to be pretty smooth sailing. I think just the energy, the process, and everything is going to be pretty smooth, pretty fast. I think it's going to be pretty fast. You're going to be like, oh, well, that was quick. Well, that was easy. You're going to be like, oh, great. Awesome. Like I just see you feeling that way. And even then, the cards are almost highlighting in the sense that I feel like 2027 in general is going to feel pretty smooth year. So the dream where we're all in South America and the snake, and I fly back because my dad passed away, and there's inheritance that takes place in 2027 probably, and we're in Colombia all of 2026. It seems this is what we have pieced together. Enlightening the mysteries of the murky depths of my story, of course. Akashic Records. Your Akashic Records here. That's right, I do remember that dream that you told me about. Any other questions for me, Taco? I would say in about 30 minutes, Sally. 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Oh, last question. Never mind. All right, so one card flew out, and that was the Ace of Wands in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we do have right here the Eight of Swords, and then we have Page of Coins in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, the Emperor, the Fool, Strength, and Death. Would you be ready by then? Yes, as a matter of fact, you're gonna feel pretty good about it. I think you're gonna be happy. I wouldn't be surprised if you can still lift the same weight or about the same weight. Like you won't see much of a difference, or it's not like you're gonna feel like you have deconditioned or anything like that. If anything, like it could be a thing where you might like lift a little bit less, but that's if anything. Other than that, you probably would be able to lift about the same. Yeah. And I see you being pretty happy about it, not only about being able to do it again. Should you be wary of the stitches? Well, the cards are telling me no. No, you should be fine with the whole stitches stuff. You should be fine. You should be fine. By April, you should be fine. You might heal pretty fast. Well, it sounds like you do, that you heal pretty fast. Okay, so Taco, are you sure? No more questions for you tonight? Alrighty, well, if you have any more questions, of course, I will be here tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the live stream. And thank you for being here. Why is the hoof on? Hi, Sally. Have you been? What is new with you? What is going on? What is new with you? It has been a while. It has been a while that we haven't seen you here. Yes, I was following along with what you guys were talking about, of course. Of course, very good, very good. Looking forward for all of y'all to show up to the retreat in April that we are planning here in Southern California. If you're interested in checking that out, you can follow me on social media, and I posted all about it. And also here on YouTube, you will be able to find that on my posts. Other than that, I mean, Sally, if I remember correctly, you're a Cancer, right? What is your first question for me tonight? Okay. What are this person's pronouns? Is it he, she? I mean, she, her, I mean, he, him. And also, Khalil, if this person is, what is their zodiac sign? Okay, it's a he, obviously. Okay. And zodiac sign. He is a Taurus. Okay. I think this person likes talking to you, likes being friends with you. I do think this person is looking forward to actually wanting to reconcile with somebody from their past. So I see Khalil, if anything, they're more interested in wanting to rekindle something with somebody else. I see that's their energy more like right now. And as a matter of fact, yeah, they're telling me Tower in reverse, Ace of Coins in reverse. Lessons here that we're not learning, lessons here that I'm sorry, when I say we're not learning, I meant more like he's not learning. Because obviously, he's going back to someone he's not supposed to. I'm seeing someone here is going to reach out. I think it's more her, his ex, Khalil's ex, reaching out to Khalil, and then this, are they in contact right now? I don't think so, but I think this is something that I see happening later, where I see someone from his past come back up, and it's going to be a little troubling. And in a way, it's going to make him feel a little paranoid in a way with you, because I see kind of like it's going to start playing with his dirty conscience. And I don't be surprised if he's going to start like, okay, makes sense. He's had a 7-year relationship and they broke up a while ago. Maybe he's not over it. Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if this person comes back to Khalil. Let's see if it's this person of the 7-year relationship. Could be somebody else. Could be somebody else. Could be somebody else. But point is that I see that happening. Yeah, like the cards are telling me as far as right now, he's okay with just being friends if you are okay with that. If you don't want all that drama anyway, he's okay with just being friends. Like, and I mean like just being friends, not like, anything else. If you don't want that, like if you just want something platonic, you're looking just to be friends, then if that's the case, he's okay with being just friends. I saw that in the cards. He's okay with just being friends. He's okay with just chatting. I think from what I saw is that he bonds with you really well as far as chatting. From what it seems like right here on the live chat, you guys get along pretty well, right? So anything else I can help you with, Sully? Well, yeah, it seems like he thinks that you're pretty cool too. So it seems like you guys vibe. So like I said, at the end of the day, if you think that's a bunch of drama anyway, and you guys vibe anyway, well, I think he thinks you're cool. I mean, you think he's cool. So I think he's okay with being friends. I mean, not only do I think that the cards say that he'd be totally okay with being friends, and if you're willing to just go that route. Okay, but let's go ahead and see if as of currently, does he find you attractive, physically attractive? Let's see. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I asked from a scale 1 to 10. And I'm sorry if this sounds harsh, okay? But I asked from a scale 1 to 10, what would he think? Of course, 10 being obviously the best, and as far as his scale, and 1 not being amazing. The car, and again, beauty is subjective. Just because he thinks this doesn't mean you might not be somebody else's 10, all right? But the cards are telling me from a scale 1 to 10, and I hate this, but it's saying 5, okay? So yeah. Any other questions for me, Sally? Beauty is subjective, okay? You can be somebody else's 10, all right? Any other questions for me, Sally? Whenever you're ready, Sully, go ahead and ask your next question. Thank you for your donation. You mean the one from the 7-year relationship? No, I don't think he's hung up on her. I feel like there was a thing where there was no closure. I think there were some like unanswered questions, yeah, but I don't think it's like anything he's like crying about, like, oh, I need to know this. He's just like, yeah, I mean, he recognizes that there were some unanswered questions, some lack of closure in a lot of things, and it's not like he's like dying to know these things. I think he's like, whatever's about it. But as far as like, is he hung up on this person, or does he still like, in a way, still hope for something to be rekindled by them as of currently? No, I gotta know. All right, Sally, any other questions for me tonight? And can you remind me again who Nader is again? Is this an ex, someone you used to talk to, a coworker? I remember the name, and I know we've talked about him before. I just can't remember your relationship with him. I don't think he's feeling the same way that he used to before. I think before he was interested, but as far as right now, I think because there is no reciprocation, or there isn't anything for him to go by, that because there is no cooperation, there's nothing to build up by, like, or to build up on, like, there's no feelings there. No. There be feelings in the future? No. Again, I'm seeing like a lack of a new beginning, or a lack of like a building of a foundation to start that new beginning, to build on that those feelings, and it's because of no cooperation. I don't see any resentment or anything. I do see physical attraction though, for sure. um and he might even act up. He might even like might even offer anything like that in the future, like wanting to be like friends with benefits, or have a one night stand, or even just to like, I wouldn't be surprised that even for like a makeout session in the future. But that's what I see. Anything else for me, Sully? The card did tell me I think it would be better off for you to ghost him, for sure. As a matter of fact, you might even be rewarded with a relationship if you don't waste your time any further with this person. As a matter of fact, you will find someone who is grown. You will find someone who has their shit together. And I wouldn't be surprised if you do decide to confront him, or if you decide to get confrontational or combative, there might be an argument. So if you just want to ghost, that would probably be a better option, because if you decide to be combative or confrontational, it might turn pretty ugly, might turn into something ugly. But even then, I still feel like you guys might still talk in the future. I feel like there's going to be a window of opportunity where you guys will still talk again. I still feel. Pisces. Any other questions for me, Sally? All right, Sally. Thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget to like the live stream. And I hope to see you again very soon. Don't forget to come to the retreat if you are available and are able to come to Southern California if you are not already here in California. I am going to be I am part of a committee for a retreat that is every year in Southern California. It's been running for about, I believe, 15 years, but I've just recently joined the committee, and we're trying to get people. We're trying to get new people every single time. There's going to be pagan rituals, workshops, a lot of learning, a lot of education. I will be teaching a yoga class there as well. And we might be doing some tarot readings there as well. Okay. You're on the East Coast. Well, think about it. The tickets are only $60 for a 3-day, 2-night retreat. Okay. And that's not just for residents. That's for residents and non-residents as well. It is pet friendly. So if you have like a cat, if you have a dog, same price. If you have children, I believe children are free. We try to make it as inexpensive as possible, and we also do serve food. Think about it. Check it out. Follow me on social media. Read up on it. Try to bring some friends, if anything. Hey, you might find the love of your life here. You never know. While you're doing some rituals with us. Think about it. And like I said, we do it every year. We are also 420 friendly. Okay. Thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Nevertheless, I will be here again, once again, for tomorrow. Take care, blessed be, namaste. Have a wonderful night.